Hi everyone, my name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for my first time viewers. Normally on this channel, I do tarot readings and, other spiritual things, but I've decided to expand those services into a more intimate, more personal, one-to-one, face-to-face kind of situation. Okay. Um, I believe my soul's purpose is to help others find their happiness, help others help themselves heal, and all the things I learned through my own healing journey. I do believe it is my duty to kind of spread that and help others through that process, help them find their happiness and their peace within. And I believe that this is just a different way I can do that, and a more intimate way I can do that. So yeah, I mainly just want to talk about the different life lessons, different, tidbits I've picked up along the way, I guess, that have really helped me and helped transform my life and my perspective on, the past and hurtful experiences and things like that. I must say, I am not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I haven't been educated or trained in any way, shape, or form that would make me qualified to give anyone advice at all. I'm mainly just doing this because I feel guided to do it, and I feel like if I can help someone, why not? You know what I mean? But, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, so, if something doesn't feel right for you, or, if your therapist tells you to do something and you're like, well, Yana said this, do what your therapist says, I'm not in charge of nothing like that. You know what I mean? So just want to put that little disclaimer out there. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to kind of release these videos as I kind of recall my healing journey going, I feel like that kind of happened really organically and nicely, and I feel like it would kind of make sense to help you guys in that same pattern, Let's get into it. We're gonna start with I'm going to start these videos as my healing journey started, and that all started with accountability and forgiveness. Okay, so definitely through this entire healing process, first of all, healing's never ending. I'm still unlearning and learning new things and, developing as a human as, time goes on. But the most freeing thing I've learned for myself is that I am accountable and responsible for my own healing journey, my own healing process. I used to always want to put that responsibility on external things, and I used to think, I needed a certain amount of money, a certain, job, or maybe other external things, clothes, cars, whatever, to be happy or to be healed or to feel like I was moving forward, and that just wasn't true. I really recognized how detrimental really it is to place that responsibility of healing and happiness on external things. Giving your power away like that can make you feel helpless or, powerless. That's how it made me feel anyways. I kept feeling like I had to keep fighting for these things, and yet I would get them, and then it was almost like they would come with new problems. You know what I mean? Like, it was just not satisfying because it's not external. All of that comes from within. Okay, you have to recognize that you are in control of your own healing journey, your own happiness, not another person, not money, not a job, nothing like that. Okay, this especially goes for, starting this process. Sometimes, you think that, well, once this person apologizes to me, then I can start moving forward and letting go. Once I have this amount in the bank account, then I'll be able to, start focusing on myself and my own growth. And those are just mindsets and limiting beliefs that keep you, kind of stagnant, that keep you accepting you not showing up all the way for yourself. You know what I mean? Sometimes we are taught these ways of thinking. Sometimes we, all the time, like on social media, on TV, in movies, we are shown a certain lifestyle, extravagance, things like that, especially, with influencers, celebrities, and things like that. So sometimes we think, oh, well, if I get that, then I'll be happy. If I get that, then I'll be happy. And it's like, no, happiness comes from within. You decide if you're going to be happy. You decide, I'm going to change my life today. Not something coming in and being like, okay, now your life can be changed. No. And you deserve to take that power back and not give it to anything external, because then that's when you start feeling helpless and powerless. You know what I mean? The different tools that I use to kind of helped me come to this realization. I did go to some therapy. I will say that. Did go to some therapy. So if you're into that, definitely do that. But for me, especially journaling, it helped me really get my thoughts and my emotions out. And instead of them just kind of like replaying in my head, I was able to, write things down and get a little more clear on how I felt about things, about what I needed and things like that, what I didn't want. It really helped me, see things a lot clearer. Also, of course, meditations and affirmations. Affirmations are really helpful because to me it's a lot less I guess time consuming than meditations, because I love to meditate, don't get me wrong. Like I'll spend all day meditating. It's an honor to be able to do that. But for those of you that are more on the go, or maybe you just don't have like the what is the word I'm looking for? It's like the attention span to sit and meditate. Maybe that's not something you're into just yet. Affirmations are a really good way, especially like I'll play them while I'm like getting ready for the day or something, and just kind of say them with the guide and just start my day off right. Okay, but there's a lot of guided meditations as well on YouTube, and you can look them up for specific like topics like anxiety, depression, letting go of things, relaxing your mind, your nervous system, like all sorts of stuff that you may need help with to kind of move past to get this ball rolling. Tons of stuff on YouTube. That's kind of how I started my own journey. Is every day I'd wake up, I would journal, do yoga, and meditate every single day. And that's what really got me into this whole situation of healing and, talking to you guys about it. Okay, but definitely meditations and affirmations really helped me shift my perspective, which is the main thing that we're trying to do here, is shift your perspective from thinking that you need anything external or putting that responsibility on anything external to heal and to be happy. I also, I think of taking accountability for your healing, for your happiness, as kind of like driving. And let me use the analogy or whatever, and then maybe it'll make sense. But with driving, especially someone like me, I've gotten a lot better, but I used to have road rage, like for no reason. Like it was crazy. I just had road rage. Like I just hated driving. I didn't like anybody around me that was driving. Like I just was not into it. And through my healing journey, I, recognized I had some road rage, Obviously I knew before, but I recognized it as an issue now. And so I used my road rage as a way to practice, patience and taking my power back. Okay, so sometimes when you're driving, there's a whole bunch of stuff that can irritate you. Like someone could be driving too slow, someone could be, too close to you, someone could cut you off, someone could be, driving crazy around you, all sorts of stuff. Okay, and I decided to take my power back and not give in to my road rage by simply moving over, instead of getting super close to someone who's slow, instead of slamming on my brakes for someone who's too close to me, instead of, engaging with the nonsense, I just remove myself from the situation. Okay, so some people would think, well, then you just let people act a fool, or then you look weak, or whatever. And it's like, it takes a lot more strength to remove yourself from a situation than to try to get on someone else's level. It takes strength to stay in your power. It takes strength to stay in your character. Okay, so if, those are things you need to work on, I highly encourage you to practice it while driving if you drive a lot and you lack patience with it like I do. It's a great way to practice having patience and practice staying in character and practice, standing your ground and, doing what's best for you and not engaging. Okay, because I used to get really annoyed all the time, and then with practicing, just getting over, being in my bubble, definitely made driving a lot better. And like, especially if it's like, if you're in traffic or something, or you're around people who are going slow, just enjoy the ride, listen to your music, look out around you, roll down a window, feel a nice breeze. Allow yourself to be present in these moments and look for gratitude, rather than allowing yourself to just give in to being annoyed. You know what I mean? Because that is your choice and you control that. All right, and a little tidbit I would like to add, and this is definitely something I heavily related to, is that sometimes it's hard to let go of past hurt and struggles and pain, because sometimes we like hold on to them as like armor or like a badge of honor. It really becomes a part of who we are. Okay, and it's always amazing to survive a hardship or move past a struggle. Okay, always amazing, and I would never want to discount that or belittle that in any way, shape, or form. But you don't want to, hold on to something as if it's what makes you you, right? Because you are an amazing individual who, yes, went through some hardships, but you've moved past them, you've survived them. So now you, as an individual, needs to let that flourish rather than the person who survived this one thing. You know what I mean? Or whatever things, Like for me, my comfort zone was, in trigger warning, I will say, was suicidal ideation, honestly. And like, I was really depressed. So like, if anything upsetting would happen, I would immediately just like have the most extreme reactions. Okay. And I was like, I would allow myself to react in these ways because I just didn't know of any healthier way to respond. I didn't know how to sit with how I was feeling, accept how I was feeling, and then like let it move through me in a healthy way. Okay, and key words here is reacting versus responding. Before I would just react, feel the feelings, and just go with it. And now I can like feel them and be like, you know what? That is how you feel. That's great. You are right for feeling that way. I understand why you would feel that way. And then I just kind of, whether that feeling is like, maybe I need to cry for a little bit. Maybe I need to journal. Maybe I need to go to the gym. Those are healthy ways to let out those emotions and to feel what I'm feeling. But, freaking out about it is not a healthy reaction. So sometimes we have to unlearn our reactions, and we have to find different ways to respond. All right. The last thing I want to go over today is forgiveness. Okay, so forgiveness is amazing. Okay, super tight thing to do. All right, but there's some misconceptions about forgiveness, right? Some people think that forgiving someone or situation, it like invalidates your own feelings, like their own feelings. You know what I mean? Like, you think if I forgive this person, then that means they didn't hurt me and that I wasn't feeling that way and that what they did was okay. And that's not the case at all. Not at all. Okay? When you allow yourself to forgive a person or a situation, you allow yourself to let go of it and let go of the power it holds over you. Let go of the grip you have on it. You know what I mean? Because holding on to pain or hurt only burdens you, right? It's like that saying, it's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. Like, it's just not how it works, you know? Like, it's just not, like the driving incident. Like, say someone cuts you off and then you like honk your horn and like get all mad. That person's already gone, you know? They're already living their life on their own way, doing their own thing, not even remembering you, didn't even know they cut you off. You know what I mean? But now you're all upset, you're going into work all upset, and it's like, if you just let it go, you'd still be happy. You'd be jamming to your songs, you know? Listening to Mariah Carey. I don't know. I like Mariah Carey. I think she's cool. I don't know her like that. I know like 3 songs, but that's a lie too. Okay, enough about Mariah Carey, but you know what I'm saying. You know, holding on to something is only burdening you, not the other person. And with forgiveness, I feel like people have this idea that they have to like reach out to somebody or revive a relationship they don't want. And like, no one's saying you have to do that. There are some people you cannot, you know, be around. There are some people you have to set those boundaries with. But you can have those boundaries and also let go of the pain and hurt at the same time. You know what I mean? Forgiveness is really about you acknowledging your hurt and then working through it, allowing it to move through you instead of just holding on to it and letting it hurt you and bring this heaviness to you. Because I believe everyone deserves to feel light and happy and move through life without any regrets or any worries, or especially any like animosity towards anyone, because that is a very heavy feeling and very burdensome. So I believe everyone deserves to let go of their past and their hurt so that way they can be happy and light. But I mean, I've definitely have to, and sometimes, you know, you have to forgive someone without any like any acknowledgement of what you've been through or any apologies, and that's hard. Okay, I acknowledge that that is hard. Okay, but even more power to you, right? Like, good for you. Okay, I've done this by, I think the best way is journaling, or like pretending you're writing a letter to that person, and maybe you are wanting to forgive your past self. Okay, that's also, write a letter to past you. That's beautiful. Okay, but definitely writing letters is a good way to, again, get those emotions out, kind of get a good read and like figure out how you really feel, what you kind of need to move forward, and also write what you learned. Okay, because like, say for example, you were with someone who, you know, maybe didn't treat you well. Okay, like an ex or something. Now you know how to be treated. Now you know what you will and you won't tolerate. So there's always a silver lining somewhere if you want to find it. Again, a lot of this is about choice and perspective and choosing to look at things in a more positive light. And obviously those things take time. That's why I encourage journaling, meditation, affirmations, things like that. Okay. But yeah, you guys deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel light. You deserve to let go of pain and hurt. And my job, my goal is to help y'all recognize that that power is within you, not anything else. Okay? That is all I have for this first video. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this resonated for you. I hope, you know, you enjoyed my little tidbit. If there's any other topics you guys would like to talk about, let me know with a comment. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you are picking up the vibe I'm putting down, okay? All right, that's all I have for y'all. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.